It's a new Carnalis-less day. So I got a new tattoo on Playa. It's not exactly Carnalis themed, but you know, there's a cross there, so close enough. Does it count as disrespect or am I just lazy? I don't know. Anyway, so just gonna get dressed in our new place. So yeah, got a nice mansion, and you know, it's actually in a good location for some of the stuff we're gonna do today. Given it's functionally the same as the other hideout, it is mainly just a matter of like, you come here if you want to save here, and just have all your stuff on this side of town instead of, you know, on the east side. Otherwise, it's a lot bigger. You know, if you don't care about the aesthetics, which, why wouldn't you? Then it's just, you know, a lot more space, between you and all the stuff you can do. And before we start cutting, let's just bring up the map so we can see just how much of this map we own at this point. Damn, look at that. We own so much of the south side, and the north isn't too much difference. Alright, so what are we starting with today? Well, we're actually just going straight to a mission. I have enough reputation to do all the stuff I want to do.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Johnny, your idea of a plan is taking the biggest hammer you can find and smashing whatever's in your way.
Well, that sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, a shitty one, as your whack-ass robo-leg clearly proves.
Oh, fuck you.
Next time you try that cowboy shit, you might not walk away at all.
No, seriously. Fuck you.
Look, I worked out a plan that will hurt the kings and put minimum risk on you.
How much murdering do I get to do?
None.
Your plan blows.
Hear me out.
Why would you
Kings
expect that to
obviously
go
got
over
something
well
going
with
on
Johnny?
the police. I'll figure that shit
You
out.
should just say, alright, you can do one murder.
If we can turn the public's eye to the kings, then the police won't have a choice but to come down on them.
Okay, so we go and do some damage. How did the VKs get blamed?
Put these on.
I'm yellow enough as it is, Dex.
Just put the damn shirt on.
Fine. Get dressed.
Oh yeah, we're here.
We got a little piece to-
We were very much not involved in that scene at all. Alright, so everybody ignore the Hideki Naganuma soundtrack. We're definitely Vice Kings. Alright, so we gotta go pretend to be the Vice Kings for a bit, so let's just fuck up everything but the Vice Kings. So pretty much we just need to fuck around for a bit until somebody gets footage of us. So I guess while I wait for some amount of notoriety, hey! We're done with the Carnales. Now, I didn't actually mention, like, a lot of stuff I wanted to in the last video. I was kinda talking about the missions themselves, but while I'm bumbling around here, first off, let's just get the voice actors out of the way. So, we had Hector Lopez, voiced by Joaquim de Almeida. We had Victor Rodriguez, played by Philip Anthony Rodriguez. Manuel Oruela was voiced by Carlos Ferro. Los Avalos was voiced by Andrea Zafra. And the last guy alive, Angelo Lopez, Freddy Rodriguez. So, yeah. I saved Angelo for last because, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about him a decent amount, being the last survivor of that mission. Oh, there we go, finally, the news. Alright, we got a little bit of footage. We'd probably have more footage, but unfortunately the truck got stuck. Alright, well, watch this then, I guess. Here I go. Oh, yep. Come on, not Johnny. Come on, definitely not Johnny Gat, because he's part of the Saints, and we're part of the... We're Vice Kings right here. Just remember that, cops. We're Vice Kings. Fun fact, I actually had to re-record this mission because I just drove around for like 5 minutes and could not get footage to activate whatsoever. So yeah, it's pretty much just find some stores and start smashing stuff, I think, is the best way to go about this. Otherwise, it's just waiting until news vans start pulling up. Anyway, though, I mentioned a while back that, the gangs are pretty well defined by what you do in their missions. and specifically the Carnales involve just a whole lot of violence in general. Again, no missions are really going to not involve violence. It's Saints Row, but the Carnales especially are kind of just straightforward, gun stuff down, blow stuff up, that sort of thing. But I think that also defines their storyline as well. The Carnales are very much all about that violence. Like whoop, the fuck happened there? So, like, their actual dealings, of course, is just drug deals. They do a lot of, come on, there we go. Sorry about that, I know you just own a business, I kind of feel sorry about that, but, I mean, no I don't, I'm the Vice Kings. I hate good people, and people who own businesses. Anyway, though, yeah, like, obviously they have dealings that are just straightforward transactions of, we're gonna sell some illegal drugs, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to dealing with the Saints, a lot of the power that the Carnales had left was just kind of straightforward violence. They were clearly trying to strong-arm us, and it very much did not... well, no. It did work for a time. In the long run, however, didn't really, come on, capture this. Is this not good footage for all of you? Come on. God damn it, Johnny. Alright, well, maybe this looks bad for the cameras. Look, not only are the Vice Kings evil, we also just really suck a lot. Also, bad place to stand. Jeez, that was a terrible idea. Anyway, though, yeah, like... we clearly saw that the influence of the Carnales was dwindling by the time we really laid eyes on them. And part of that was our fault, of course. The Saints cutting into their business absolutely weakened them further in the eyes of the Colombians, but a few setbacks should not have been enough for Orjuela to go, hey, you're not your dad. Well, it wasn't his line exactly. Unfortunately, Hector set that one up himself, but regardless, the intent was clear. You can see very much that the Carnales were suffering under the lead of the brothers, under the Lopez brothers. They clearly were lacking something that their dad had, and that was very noticeable. Action, Johnny, go! I mean, he's not Johnny Gat, what are you talking about? But yeah, no, just like, oh god, thank you, I was about to fuck that one up. I almost failed.
Yo, one more thing. Let's find a bulldozer. There's something I'm just dying to do.
Alright, I like how you're thinking, Johnny. But yeah, clearly the Lopez brothers were lesser in the eyes of the Colombians, and we just kept ruining that further and further, and so their first attempt to remove us was closest to their most effective, I would say. Just going by the cutscene, it's kind of clear that, like, they were just killing people left and right. Clearly. Jeez. Well, I'm glad that only broke my spine a little. Oh, CD! Gotta get that. Fuck any conversations, I need this. We unlocked that song. But perhaps this is also the CD that Play has been looking for all this time. Anyway, though, yeah, so... clearly the first plan was... God damn it, Johnny. Are you just doing worse because you're wearing yellow? Are you really that disappointed in being in the Vice Kings? Which, of course, we are, all the time. We've never been in a different gang. But yeah, no, just like... it's clear that strong-arming people must have worked for the Carnales in the past. But we were able to overcome that first assault, in part because Victor did leave at the time. Victor really was kind of their ace in the hole, kind of the main reason they were still afloat. Hector seems like he was at least an okay enough businessman. We probably wouldn't have been able to start... goodbye. we probably wouldn't have been able to start negotiations with the Colombians if Hector were still alive. Because, as much as Orjuelo was willing to take shots at him... God damn, I gotta get out of these SWAT trucks. It wasn't enough to completely break their relationship. Hector managed to keep his cool through that. Clearly was agitated by it, but... continued to be a man of business. And then we fucking killed him. Hector died, and that was kind of the beginning of the end, because... the thing is... Angelo just kind of sucks. Just like that statue, which just sort of tipped over. I didn't think I hit it hard enough, but, oh well. There goes the pride of Stillwater.
Don't worry about it. Look, if it was one of mine, I'll take care of it. But I'm telling you, I don't care what colors they was wearing. It was that crew from Saints Row I was telling
That
you
sounds
about.
highly unlikely.
No, I'm not making
We
it
would
easy.
never wear yellow.
I will. Tell your wife I said hello. Goodbye, Alderman.
Great. Now we got your crack-ass friends tripping. Like I said, fucking with City Hall is a waste of time.
Wrong. Working with them is what gives us power.
Yo, fuck that. This is what gives us power.
Now get the fuck out of my office.
Alright, well then. Tensions are raising, with the Vice Kings. Seems like Warren Williams also agrees with the Carnales that... if you're... the power of overwhelming violence is simply too much for anyone. Alright, well, unfortunately I can't take this bulldozer, it kinda got stuck, so, on to the next location, I suppose.
The VKs are overrunning Knob Hill.
Of course they are. Alright, well, let's get this over with quickly. There we go. I just decided to montage that one. I think it's kind of fun.
I wish a cop saw
It's fine, I'm fine. It was just a minor explosion. Everything's okay. Okay, so... here we are at the next mission, so... I'll wait before saying the next thing I was going to mention about the Carnales.
Okay, it looks like the cops been getting in on some of King's protection rackets. Now that's why they've been going so easy on the VKs. We gotta go public with this shit. Now we...
Don't worry, Dex. I have something more subtle in mind.
Johnny, you can't be serious.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
not
I
subtle
am.
at all.
Get those.
Anthony's condo. He had a big mouth.
This
And a lot of rockets, I
Don't listen
guess.
to the old woman. I'll drive to where the cops are picking up protection money. You make them cease and desist with one of Tony's noisemakers. If we make sure the only cops we hit are the ones working for King, people gonna start asking questions, and the cops are gonna have no choice but to come down on the VKs to save face. Let's do this.
I don't know if we're guaranteed to let that happen, but let's give it a try anyway. So yeah, this is a pretty fun mission. Gat does all the driving, and we just need to fire rockets. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. So anyway though, like I was saying, after the death of Hector, everything kinda went downhill, cause that just means Angelo's in charge. Oh,
Can you believe that? I mean, I paid for her every time we go out. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I picked up the check at the firing range. And she goes on, dinner this, flowers that. Fucking bullshit, right?
well, you know, I think this is a matter of different interests, you know, Johnny? Like, I think you should appreciate the fact that she doesn't mind you having your own interests.
Coming up on one of the meetings.
Oh, okay, table that for a moment. Goodbye!
Sure you know how to handle that thing.
Hell yeah, I do. Anyway, though, like I was saying, like, she does attempt to do these things with you, Johnny, and I think you should appreciate that. Though I think you should also notice the fact that she's really not enthused about these things, because, you know, they're things you like. And, you know, I think it's good that she does want you to have your own interests. Bye, fuckers. So...
Time to say hello to Stillwater's finest.
you shouldn't be that close, I'm kind of firing rockets here. But yeah, like I was saying, Johnny, you know... I feel like you should probably meet her in the middle a little bit, because she's clearly fine with you hanging out with friends and doing your things, but I don't think she's interested in the firing range, you know? I mean, look, Aisha's not into stuff like this. You and me, we can do that kind of thing. Damn, that was perfect. Did you see that? It wasn't a 360 no-scope, but it was pretty rad. But anyway, though, yeah, she just doesn't, like, appreciate stuff like that, and, you know, I feel like you kinda have to respect that, you know, Johnny? I think you kinda have to find sort of a middle ground, and, you know, find something you can both do together that, you know, maybe you don't mind, and clearly you're not really super into the fancy meals and all that, and, you know, I think she should respect that, too. I think she should understand that, you know, that's not exactly your thing.
What do you say we crash in?
Now, I don't know what things you might have in mind to do. If I had to guess, it's probably a lot of sex. That's probably your most agreed upon points. Just guessing from you as a person. But you should find something else, you know? A hobby that both of you like. You know, just so you can have... I did? Okay, Johnny, one more interruption. I had to apparently kill one of those. I didn't even see Luis in there. What the fuck? What are the odds that the fucking person I needed to kill with a rocket launcher was just standing in rocket launcher path? God damn. As you might imagine, I was very paranoid about losing at this point, because, like, if I lost that progress, I was not getting it back. Like, a second hitman target in this game? That was... Jeez, that was unlikely. Anyway, though, yeah, Johnny, like... You know, you should find a few more things to do. You know, maybe not necessarily at the range, and maybe you should at least, try a dinner. But, you know, find something else that you're both enthusiastic about.
I think the Kings are through with the policeman's balls. Now all we got left to do is give Warren a nice final fuck you, and I'd say this has been a hell of a day.
Destroy the ruins of what we already blew up. Ooh. Okay, I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but like... Look, that store, probably like one of the one places I could get like a teddy bear, and like, I need something to sleep with at night, and like, regular body pillows are too big. I just need like something small and cuddly.
What? Wait, slow down. What are you saying? Look, our arrangement has been beneficial for both parties. Look, why don't we talk about this tonight over dinner? I'm sure we can work this out, okay? All right. See you tonight. Goodbye.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Who said you could come in here?
We need to talk.
Do we now?
You've been putting yourself before the crew.
Keep talking, little nigga.
If you hadn't wasted our time sticking your nose up them white boys' asses, we could have owned the whole damn game by now.
I told you before, we ain't getting into that shit.
And why the fuck not? That's where the money is. Man, if you got down with that shit back in the day, the Carnales would have been ghosts right now.
You say that, but... As I've been discussing, the Carnales are good at violence. That's their thing.
You forgot who you talking to. My name is Benjamin motherfucking King. I'm the man who took my crew from being a bunch of baby gangsters in Sunnyvale to being one of the most influential and feared forces in the goddamn city. You know how I did that? I said, you know how I did that?
Mr. King?
I did it by knowing when it was time to build, when it was time to watch, and when it was time to act. I'm through carrying your punk ass. If I were you, I'd drop them damn flags and get the fuck out of here before I erase your ass.
I ain't going nowhere.
You ain't hearing me, son. I said...
Yo, fuck that. You ain't hearing me.
What is this?
I built, I watched, and now I'm acting.
Man, the characters in this game are real good at volleyball. One person bumps and then they just fucking spike it. Don't even need to bother setting. Okay, so, quick note. Stephanie, does not sell teddy bears. I just thought you should all know that. Anyway. So like I was saying before, Now we can see a bit of a link between this storyline and the Carnale storyline, and by the way, here's me taking the train. I'm showing this off because I haven't shown the train before, so this is how trains work. But yeah, the link being, boy, it looks like the worst guy keeps winding up with the gang. So like, Hector dies, and then eventually we kill Victor, so Angelo's the only one left. And now in this storyline, Warren Williams has decided to do a hostile takeover of the Vice Kings. So we'll see how that goes for him in the long run, but yeah, Angelo's whole thing is that he just kinda fucking sucks. Like, we are shown very clearly in the early cutscenes that he's really just kinda there, mooching off his brother's success, and mostly just flirting around with Luz, and then getting mad when she gives Orwella attention, so not particularly good at that either. Ah, well. Well, maybe he took my advice then.
Where's Gat?
Either that, or they are about to fuck a whole lot.
Listen carefully, player. Benjamin King just called. It seems like one of his boys got a big head and tried to take him out. He's pinned down in the park right now and needs some help. Now, what happens to King may not mean shit to you, but him and me, we got...
Okay, you say that, but like, I'm getting this flashback you're putting down, and damn, look at him fucking go, god damn.
Understand?
Oh, if it wasn't for the concept of doors, he would have gotten out of that one
Back
clean.
here safe. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel ya. Let's fucking do this. Let's go for it. I'm gonna save this guy. He was cool. But yeah, Angelo's storyline ends, honestly, because he tries to match our violence with his own. Which he's not Victor, so he cannot. Victor is built like a wall, so not only... We have to kill him after 2 missions. He has the mission where he gets the jump on us, and then another mission where he just tries to take us out of the church. And only through the power of setting him on fire are we able to kill him. Angelo just decides to try to shoot us at a bar, and he fucks that up. And then we chase him down to his mansion, and he gets chased away from that one because we're just better at violence than he is. And then, because he decided to try violence and fail at it, he's not able to flee the country in time. Honestly, if he hadn't gone for Orwella and us when we were at the bar, he might have lived through this. I mean, it's a video game, so if that wasn't the storyline, they would have found a way to kill him off, but regardless, you get the point. It is Angelo's attempts to be legitimate, to actually be a threat, that really fucks him over in the end, because that probably ticked off Orwella enough where he's just like, alright, here's the guy's address. And yeah, at that point, he really did not have the time to flee the country anymore. It was just us hunting him down. And so now here we are in the King storyline. We've got kind of the major turning point of this one, where Warren Williams is just kind of a shit, much like Angelo, but he also has more of a chip on his shoulder, I would say. I mean, look, Angelo wanted to be vengeful, so in a way that's kinda noble. Williams just fucking sucks, honestly. He's just garbage. But nonetheless, with the power of overwhelming violence, he has chased King out of his role, and is now taken control of the Vice Kings. I think the Kings, then, are also very much defined, sort of in the same way, by their mission style, which is to say, there's still a lot of violence, but there's planning in it. They're like, more ploys. I mean, look, Johnny's parts are still straightforward, but it's a little more attempting to do actual plans and subterfuge. We actively had to trick the cops into thinking we were Vice Kings, and then we fucked up their protection rackets. And in much the same way, the storyline is ending with a lot of violence. Again, there are a lot of guns at play, and Warren does just think that, hey, I have a gun, I'm gonna be tougher than the other guy by just having more guns. But you know, we have this whole storyline of usurping. We've got Benjamin King at the top, and now the people under him have betrayed him, for power. And, this is how it turns out. So, here's Warren's car. buddy, you do not want to appear in a mission. Look, Hector seemed like hot shit, but the moment he was in the line of fire of the McManus, his life was over. Now that you, or at least your car, have a health meter on screen, shit's not looking good for you. I will say, Warren is at least good at running, if nothing else. He's gonna try to take some trickier paths like this one, though honestly the fact that I kinda messed up there helped me in the long run, because that means I could more easily just weave through these gates and oh, you got stuck. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. Oh, you poor SOB. Oh, that looks bad for you.
So long, Warren.
Alright, so Warren's dead, which means there's one hell of a power vacuum in the Kings now. So they're still going to pursue us because I guess they all just think that Benjamin King is somebody to be fucked with, but again, I saw that flashback. Like, that guy just fucking mostly took out an ambush. He took out all of the grunts in an ambush, in an enclosed room, starting with no weapon. He just ran across a fucking table taking out everybody. I would not fuck with that man if it was just him. But now he's in a car, being protected by me, driving, which is perhaps not the safest position to be in, but, you know. Still better than the position he was in before, so I think I like his odds a lot more than yours. Whew! Just rolled all over him. Alright, and mission done. Thank you for rolling us across the end there. Oh, what do you know, he actually survived. However,
Hey, baby.
he wasn't the only backstabber around.
Little nigga, huh? I so care who little nigga is. His motherfucking ass is mine. Hey, yo, Tanya! What's going on?
She'd say long live the king, but we tried to kill
I'm sure you can
him.
figure it out.
We do want him dead.
Bitch, you better not miss, cause if...
And then she didn't.
Thanks for the advice.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Seriously, great at volleyball, all of these people. I love it. Alright, well then, a whole lot of shit went down for the Kings, so let's give Benjamin some time to rest, and next time on Saints Row, I guess we'll probably fuck up some of the King's operations and see how Lynn's doing too.
Free love, the two chain for him. Free love, the two chain for him. Free love, the two chain for him. Chain for him. Free love, the two chain for him. Free love, the two chain for him. Free love, free the